The Horizon Award is presented to recognize a person or persons for their early professional accomplishments. This award is based on a significant record of career achievement and a promise for future professional success. This year, we would like to present the award to Dr. Meredith McQuerry. Dr. McQuerry is an associate professor of textile science at Florida State University. She holds a BS in merchandising, apparel, and textiles, a BS in family consumer sciences education, an MS in textile science for the University of Kentucky. She also earned her PhD in textile technology management for North Carolina State University. Dr. McQuarrie's research focuses on the physiological comfort and performance of protective clothing for various groups, including first responders, athletes, and industrial employees. Recently, she secured a $1.5 million FEMA grant to study the design, comfort, and mobility issues of female firefighters. She's a prolific author with over 30 peer-reviewed articles to her name, and she has presented her research at more than 80 conferences. At this time, I would ask that you turn your attention to the screens to view Dr. Meredith McQuarrie's remarks.
Receiving this award means so much to me. When I received the award letter, I was not aware of the UK Horizon Award, and I was just beside myself for my former mentors and role models and those that I looked up to during my time at UK to now, 10 years later, recognize me. Really just means more than I can put into words. The UK gave so much to me and was really a launching pad for my future career success. And so for those mentors, those professors, those that I worked with there to still keep up with me and to recognize me in this way really is more than I can put into words. And in terms of receiving an early career achievement award, it goes back to something that Dr. Easter, who was my major professor mentor, still is, said to me a few years into working at UK. She said, I knew you were going to be a hard worker because you grew up on the farm. And that's something that, I'm so thankful to my parents that they instilled that hard work ethic from a young age, not just on the farm, but in everything that I did, in my education, in my extracurricular activities. And certainly I came to UK and the bar was set just as high. In the College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, I was provided so many opportunities and challenged to continue to reach that bar. And so I'm just really honored that UK would now, 10 years later, think to recognize me. UK gave me just countless opportunities from my time as an ag ambassador when I traveled all around the state talking to prospective students about all the majors in the college, to being able to serve in my professional organizations, serve on boards like the UK Plaid Advisory Board. But really the experience that I had in the textile testing lab, the opportunities that Dr. Easter gave to a young sophomore undergraduate research assistant to travel around the country to interface with government agencies and private entities and to build a network that is still funding my independent research today is just priceless. It's an invaluable opportunity that she provided me with. And so not only did UK give me those professional experiences and launching pad, but they gave me a family along the way, a family that I still work with professionally and has become personal lifelong friends as well. I think my number one piece of career advice that I would give current students, that I give my students at Florida State University every semester, is to say yes. That's sort of countercultural today, but certainly taking advantage of opportunities that come your way, even if you feel like your plate's a little full. See where they go. For me, my sophomore year, I was offered 2 on-campus positions. One was a work study position in our school director's office with Kim Hinken, and I learned so much from her. And at the same time, Dr. Easter said, "Oh, you seem to be interested in textiles. Do you want to come work in the lab?" And so I went to both of them and said, "I want to do both." And they worked with me and allowed me to do both. And I quickly realized I had a passion as a researcher and with textiles science. And had I not said yes when I already had a full plate, I wouldn't be sitting here answering these questions today. So say yes. I would just have to give endless thanks to Dr. Easter. She taught me how to be a mentor, how to be a research mentor. She taught me how I want to treat my students and how I do treat my students today, and the opportunities she gave me to be at the table, to travel, the confidence that that instilled in me to continue my education, and I brought that into my career. I try to give my students the same opportunities, to put them on a bigger stage, to challenge them to get outside of their comfort zone. And those things are continuing to pay off for me a decade later. And I love to see that in my students. They may not love me at the time when I push them to go and do those things, but certainly I know the payoff at the end. And so I'm just immensely grateful for all my professors and those that worked with me at UK that they pushed me to do those things.
Please join me in welcoming Dr. Meredith McQuerry to the stage to accept her award.